We went undefeated yesterday in the NBA. A 2-0 sweep on the video should have been 3-0, but Joel Embiid pushed, and the VIP has been absolutely crushing. Maybe a 3-1 or 4-0 day. The results are not fully in, but as always, I'll hop on PrizePicks and Underdog Fantasy and give you guys 3 or 4 bets we like in the NBA every single day. Today, it's Wednesday, November 5th, and I found some picks with absolute value. Before I get into anything, firstly, guys, we send out an extra bet in the pinned comment once we hit 50 likes. Yesterday, we could not get to 50 likes. We've hit 50 likes like 70% of our last 10 videos. And guys, this pin bet has been going crazy. I think we've hit 6 of our last 7 pin bets, almost 100% hit rate. So go and like the video, only takes 1 click. And once we hit that 50 likes, I will pin an extra bet top of the comment section. While you're down there, guys, go and subscribe. You can see we make a video like this every single day. We don't miss a day. I give you guys a couple picks I love in the NBA. We always find insane value, and I'm going to show you that. But one thing I want to tell you before I get into it, like every video I'm going to do, is download Sleeper, because they have the craziest deposit match where it's a no-brainer for every single person watching this to go and sign up, because they will give you $20, no deposit required. Craziest deposit match I have ever seen. It's literally a no-brainer. Use their money, take some profitable picks, and you can build this up to a couple hundred, maybe even up to $1,000 if you hit like a long shot pick or anything. And best case scenario, say you just lose that money, it doesn't matter because you didn't have to deposit anything. Sleeper with code BROS. You have to use code BROS. We'll give you that free $20. It'll either be top link in our description, or you can just download it from the App Store. And they also have this free picks. You guys can literally double your money right off the start. Available in all these states, all these provinces. I'm not going to waste too much time talking about it, but literally every single person watching this, after you see my picks, go and download Sleeper. Use their money, none of your own money, and build up free money. I've never seen another deposit match like this. I said I'm going to find you guys value, and I always find value, and I'll show you this. Go over to Jalen Duren, and you can see his points line. 15.5 on PrizePicks. Go over to Underdog Fantasy. Jalen Duren, what is it at? 14.5. I always can tell you where the lines are lower on PrizePicks, where they're lower on Underdog. My first pick, better on Underdog. Second pick, better on PrizePicks. Third pick, better on Underdog. I'll go into these exact deposit matches later, but the more apps you're on, the more profit you will make, because there's free picks on all these apps. You can find the lower lines on all these apps. That's why we have a code BROS with all these apps. I'll tell you the deposit match after I tell you why I like Jalen Duren over his 14.5 points. So firstly, you can see PrizePicks races to 15.5. Probably means a lot of people are on this 14.5. Probably means it's a good pick. Over his last 5 games, it's been over this in 3 of his last 5. Last game he missed, it was a tougher matchup, 14 points. The reason I really do like this, firstly, this Jazz Detroit game is expected to be a super high scoring game. You have Cade over here, 28.5 points. His rebound or his assist line is set at 9.5. That is crazy. Look at how much assists he's been getting. Just more opportunity for Jalen Duren. And Jalen Duren versus Utah in his career, 16, 8, 17, 15, 4. Again, 4 was back in 2022. But here, you can see right on 15, guys. What happens if he lands on 15? That means if you're an underdog, you win this bet. You're making money. If you're on PrizePicks, you lose this bet. And there's a very realistic chance this happens, because the season average is going to be right around that 15 mark. So finding that little 1 point discrepancy is very massive. So has hit this in 3 of his last 4 games. If we go to FanDuel, NBA defense against position, you can see Utah just in general is kind of a mid matchup right here. Not a ton, but not a terrible, like kind of mid. Not a ton of points, but not a super little amount of points, or kind of just a mid matchup. If you go back to last year, though, Utah was the worst defense in all the NBA, giving up the most points just in general, and the most points to centers. That's what you have to realize when you're looking at a tool like this, NBA defense against position. 2025, when you only have like 6 or 7 games played this season, is going to be a little bit skewed. Utah has been better, but last year they were the worst. I think it's going to continue in a high scoring game. I think Duren goes out there, balls out, super close to this line last time. It's going to be a high scoring game. Has hit this in 3 of his last 5, and hit this in 3 of his last 4 versus Utah. And you can see you're getting a whole point discount on Underdog Fantasy. So guys, what PrizePicks and Underdog will give you? Firstly, with our code BROS, they will give you free money in deposit matches. The PrizePicks deposit match, once you play your first $5, they'll add 50 into your account. So deposit any amount you want, put in 5, they'll add 50. So say you're a new first-time depositor, you put $20 in, play your first 5, now you have 70 into your account. Underdog will do this exact same thing with code BROS, but instead of adding 50, they will add 100. So say you're normally a PrizePicks user, you want some extra free money, get on Underdog, put in $20 with code BROS, play your first 5, now you have 120 into your account. Also, these free picks, like I was showing you with Sleeper, they're literally guaranteed winners. Obviously, these guys are getting 1 point. Say you're on here if you're used to PrizePicks and you play their free picks and you play their Taco Tuesdays, you know it's literally just free money to help you build up your bankroll. But say you're on multiple apps. Imagine, guys, you're on PrizePicks, you're on Underdog, and you're on Sleeper, and all these apps run the same promo on the same day. You're now making triple as much free money. That's why it directly correlates. The more apps you're on, the more free money you are going to make, the more deposit matches you're going to take advantage of. And I'm going to show you guys the picks are so different on PrizePicks and Underdog. My second pick you can actually only take on PrizePicks. Download PrizePicks, download Underdog, get on Sleeper, all with code BROS. That's why we got a code, so we can get you guys this free money and these free picks constantly in the NBA, so you guys can truly be profitable. Pick number 2, I'll show you guys. You can only take this on PrizePicks. Go over to Julius Randle. You can see his rebound 6.5, his assist 5.5. There's nothing rebound plus assist, but go over to PrizePicks and you can see if you go to Julius Randle, you can take his rebound plus assist at 11.5, and I really do like this line. So over his last 5 games, has only hit this one time, landing right under this, but just last game, 21 points. We do have Anthony Edwards back, but I actually do think kind of helped Julius Randle's assist, just because he's going to be passing a bit more to Ant for those easy buckets. Super close this line, still been under in 4 of his last 5. And if you notice something, he's playing his old team, the New York Knicks. What has he done? The one game, he went and played the Knicks recently. So we can see he went out here, only 8 points, did not shoot the ball, shot 6 shots. He really was not looking to be a scorer. He was looking to be a rebounder and an assister. 7 rebounds, 6 assists, hitting 13. Again, you are only seeing this in 1 of his last 5 games, but the one game he did hit, he had a triple-double. He absolutely popped off, and I do think that continues. We see this playmaking, we see this rebounding. Even Ant comes back. I don't know how many minutes he's going to get. I think Julius Randle builds off this momentum. If anything, Anthony Edwards is just going to make him get even more rebounds, him just passing Ant the ball for a drive or passing Ant the ball for an easy 3. I think he gets up there and rebounds against his old team. He's going to be hustling more. I don't think he looks to score too much, but I think he does look to assist based on his recent games versus the Knicks. PrizePicks is the only place you can take this. Underdog does not have it right now. That's why officially my second best bet is much better on PrizePicks. My third bet, we are getting a full 1 PRA discount on Underdog Fantasy. But before I get into that, the VIP is second link in the description. On the VIP, so you get a couple bets on the video. The VIP is where I always send out my favorite picks. They're for free. You can claim 1 of these free picks, and then the premium VIP subscribers will get 4 extra best bets every single day. Yesterday's VIP is looking like a 3-in-1 day. Like I said, second link in the description. Everyone, go get that 1 extra best bet. It really, truly, 70% hit rate. We always give you massive word write-ups. These are always my favorite picks sent out to the VIP, but the weekly or the monthly pass will pay for itself in 1 or 2 days. When we go 4-0, we have so many 4-0 sweeps. The WNBA, we did it like 15 times in 3 months, literally like making you guys up like 30 units in a month. It was crazy, but like I said, pay for itself in 1 or 2 days. The rest of the week or the rest of the month will be straight profit. Come cash out with us. I make these super cheap because I want as many people on here as possible. I want all the boys cashing out together. The premium is second link in the description on Winible. I told you guys, this last pick, hopefully they have not changed it yet, but we're getting a full PRA discount. Payton Pritchard, 27.5 PRAs. Go over to Underdog Fantasy and search for Payton Pritchard, and what will you find? You will find 26.5 PRAs. If you're on both these apps, you can go and find where the line value is, find where the apps have different lines. So going over his last 5 games, Payton Pritchard has not been amazing to this. Same thing as Julius Randle, only hitting this in 1 of his last 5 games. But some of my most profitable bets, or when people just look at these last 5 games, they just think, oh, the value's on what he's been doing, but it's not always what he's been doing. You got to look at the matchup. You got to look what his projection is going to be. So last game he landed right on 26, a loser on both these apps, but this little 1-point discount is huge because he is always right around this line. The reason I do like it is because he plays the Washington Wizards, probably the best matchup in the NBA just in general for scoring. If you go over to NBA defense against position, go and look at Washington right here. They're bottom 10 at points, at rebounds, they're right here, kind of middle of the pack, bottom 10 as well. And then assists here, in general, same thing, bottom 10. If you go to last year, which is probably, again, a better sample size, second most points in all the NBA, most rebounds in all the NBA just in general. And if you go here, you have Washington right here, bottom 5. It's kind of Payton Pritchard. Is he a point guard? Is he a shooting guard? Kind of either way, it's going to be kind of a similar matchup. The reason I do like this, go to Payton Pritchard and look at his game log. You got to remember, Payton Pritchard, a lot of the games he was starting, but a lot of the games he wasn't starting. When he wasn't starting, we're not going to use those games because like if he's playing 20 or less minutes or 23 minutes, it really doesn't count. Look at this. Starting against Washington, 33 PRAs. Starting against Washington, 32 PRAs. Again, on the bench, only 23 minutes. Obviously did not hit this. 28, yeah, you can kind of take this into account. Probably wasn't a starter, but probably got some minutes. Was under 44 minutes. Crushed this guy's 49 PRAs. This might have been a career high in PRAs. And then 35 minutes last time he was a starter, 32 PRAs. Has hit this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 of his last 5 games versus Washington. Probably the best matchup on the board. And there's a reason PrizePicks went up this and raised this line already to 27.5. Much better to take this on Underdog because there are a ton of times. I didn't tell you this. I didn't exactly go over this. But yesterday, when we had that 2-0 day, these 2 picks cashed. But Joel Embiid, his rebound line on PrizePicks, you can go and watch the video, was right at 6. On Underdog, it was at 6.5. And I told you guys, Joel Embiid, very good chance he lands right on 6. And say you're just on Underdog and you play this, 6 is a loser. That's exactly, I don't know why it says 13. It should be 6. I messed that up. But guys, say he goes out there and lands right on 6. PrizePicks, you push, you get your money back. Underdog, you lose that bet. That's why it's super important to line shop and find these values like I found on PrizePicks and Underdog. Like I told you guys, get on Sleeper, claim that $20, craziest deposit match you'll ever see. PrizePicks and Underdog, get on both those with code BROS. The VIP will be second link in the description. If you guys are literally only going to do one thing though, honestly, the best thing to do is download Sleeper with our code BROS and get that $20. Don't use any of your own money. It's literally like a side hustle. Just use their money and make more money off of it. Thank you boys for watching. I'm feeling another undefeated day. I really like these picks we have given out. I think we found some insane value. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe so you don't miss that video. Let's hopefully go 3-0.